Amid rapidly escalating tensions between Iran and the United States, Tehran now finds itself confronted with yet another serious and potentially destabilizing threat. Western intelligence agencies have reportedly identified hundreds of officers from Iran's elite Revolutionary Guard Corps and the Basij organization who are believed to have defected or abandoned their posts. These startling developments were first reported by Israel's prominent news outlet, Channel 12, in a detailed broadcast on January 21st. Channel 12 further revealed that Western intelligence sources have been tracking growing signs of dissent and fractures within the ranks of Iran's powerful security forces. According to the same report, many of the officers who have defected are not high-ranking leaders, but rather mid-level and junior officers with insider access and operational knowledge. Iran's defense and intelligence establishment is said to be closely monitoring these defections while preparing for a wide range of potential responses from the leadership in Tehran. Reports suggest that Iran may respond in one of two ways: by escalating militarily abroad to rally internal support, or by offering limited domestic concessions to ease Western pressure. At the same time, another internal challenge is emerging, creating new complications for Iran's already strained security apparatus. Faced with growing fears of war against both the United States and Israel, the Iranian regime now appears to be fighting an additional enemy from within. On January 20th, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps announced that it had dismantled two suspected terror networks operating in the country's northeast region, according to state-run Press TV. Iranian officials alleged that these terror groups were connected to the Mujahideen-e-Khalq, commonly known as the MEK, an opposition organization often labeled by Tehran as a militant cult. The MEK, which originally fought to overthrow the rule of Shah Pahlavi, famously turned against the post-revolution government led by Ayatollah Khomeini in the early years of the Islamic Republic. The IRGC claimed that its security units had delivered a decisive strike against key operatives within what it described as a foreign-backed espionage and sabotage ring. During the coordinated crackdown, Iranian security forces reportedly arrested a 5-member cell linked to the alleged terrorist network. Searches of various hideouts uncovered a cache of firearms, ammunition, and explosives, all believed to be part of planned attacks against state targets. Iranian officials credited a combination of public tips and classified intelligence reports for helping identify and locate the militant cells. The IRGC's crackdown took place amid wider nationwide security operations launched in response to ongoing waves of anti-government protests. According to Press TV, terrorist groups had also taken advantage of the unrest, carrying out armed assaults against civilians to destabilize the country further. Meanwhile, in Washington, reports suggest that US President Donald Trump continues to press his aides to craft what he calls a decisive military plan against Iran. The United States currently maintains approximately 30,000 troops, numerous tactical aircraft, and at least 6 warships stationed in key locations across the region. At the same time, Israel has quietly begun strengthening its own military defenses in anticipation of possible Iranian retaliation if the US initiates an attack. Observers recall that Trump had previously ordered airstrikes against Iran to be called off, claiming that Tehran had stopped killing protesters at the time. For several weeks before that, Trump had publicly vowed to intervene militarily if the Iranian government continued its deadly suppression of mass protests. Reports emerging on January 21st stated that more than 5,000 protesters have been killed across Iran during widespread demonstrations against the regime. Tehran, for its part, has insisted that these protests are not homegrown but rather orchestrated and financed by foreign adversaries, specifically the United States and Israel. Iranian officials have also warned that any American military aggression would be met with powerful revenge strikes on US assets and interests across the Middle East.